I ignored my destiny once. I cannot do that again. Even for you. I'm the only one who knows that. At least I'm the only one with the will to act on it.
The Mad Titan Podcast with your host, Jay Washington.
Titans, go!
All right, we are here. We are back. It is season 2, episode 17 of the Mad Titan Podcast. I'm your resident supervillain, Mr. Jay Washington.
And your boy, B to the C.
The both of us are out of it right now. I'm not going to lie to you. This has been trying to get this. Yesterday was crazy, and today is even more. So, yeah. How have you been?
Oh man, I'm finally feeling better this weekend, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I was on my deathbed. I thought this was the end. I thought it was God. I thought maybe it was the COVIDs. I don't know what, but I thought I was done. I thought I was done, bro.
But
24 hours later, I feel alive. So
that's a good.
Yeah,
That's a good thing.
and it looks like I sent it over to you, or at least it sounds like it.
Well, now, so what it is for me, it's more so when my body starts to shut me down because I'm going too much.
Yeah,
I start getting the symptoms of being sick, but I'm not. And so it's like once I rest, what was it? First of all, shouts out to everybody that came out and saw me Wednesday in San Diego with the mic drop.
Oh yeah, how'd that
was
go?
amazing. That was an amazing time, man. The club is phenomenal. The staff is great. Taquita Love was my feature, who's also my cousin. She was amazing. It was just a great night. Excuse me. But with that, between that day, after that, I'd been ripping and running for almost 16, 17 days straight. So Thursday, I ended up having to do one show, and then after that, go to the Comedy Store to do a development spot. And for those who don't know what that is, those are developmental spots are for those that are close to becoming paid regulars at the Comedy Store, having their name on the wall, et cetera, et cetera. So I get there. I think I'm just gonna do this little 5-minute spot. I get asked, can I guest host the show until the other host comes?
Oh shit.
And I was like, shit. All right, cool. I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah.
But pardon me, y'all. I'm clearing my throat. The thing is, there is a different level of energy from just doing a regular set to hosting.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get that energy up that I really didn't have. And I hadn't mustered it up in advance. When I tell you after I got done, my body was like, okay, nigga, you either gonna go lay down or we gonna lay you down. And I felt it.
Yeah.
And I felt it because my body started getting like shaky. And I was like, I know, because I felt this before. I was like, I know what this is. I need to go. So I went home. Dude, when I got home, my body started having chills and everything. That was my body telling me, lay your ass down.
Yeah.
So I lied down, turned my heat on, and the next day I was good because I knew what it was.
Yeah.
Saturday.
You needed that rest that I'm always telling you. You need a rest break, rest day.
Yes. Saturday, I'm going to fast forward to Saturday. I go do my spot. I had to do a show at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood. Do that. It's about a 10 o'clock spot. I'm there till like 11. And I'm like, you know what? I just don't feel like going home. Because again, for those who don't know, I have a studio apartment. I live by myself. And so for me, I'm so used to being go around people. I don't always like to just be home.
Yeah.
Right. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to go home right away. I'm going to go to the Comedy Store down the street. Go to the Comedy Store. I park in this lot where everybody parks in who can't, normally find parking on the street, et cetera, et cetera. It's a normal lot in West Hollywood where you got to pay to park, blah, blah, blah. I get there at like 12:07 because I noticed the time I freaking paid for the parking. I'm at the store hanging out talking. About 1:15, I'm like, about 1:10, 1:15, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go home. Go back to the lot to get my rental card. I look, the window's busted. I said, what the fuck? They took my little small book bag I had in there. In my book bag, I had my comedy notebooks with all my jokes I write, so those are gone. I'm like, it sucks. I remember some shit. I can think of new shit.
Yeah.
tripods, chargers. They stole my Kenneth Cole black cologne. Nothing.
And man's mad about that cologne.
Bro, they stole my cologne, bro. They stole my smell good.
Smell good.
They stole my smell good. And then and nearly some my liquid IV packs, nigga, that I keep on deck for when I plan on drinking to have my electrolytes. So after that, and so then I realized I wasn't the only person that got hit though.
Yeah.
Like 3 other cars. They got a chick in a Tesla. They got somebody else. And so after we call the police, the people's come, a couple of valet attendants, they come like, yeah, this has been happening like every week. At least 3 or 4 cars. Wait, what? You telling me that West Hollywood can make sure they got a car with cameras to take pictures of people shit who ain't paid for the ticket within a minute, but you can't have nobody monitor this motherfucking lot to make sure ain't nobody getting their shit broke into?
Yeah, they don't care about your stuff. They care about their money.
Right. So, like I said, the solace I took was that, all right, I wasn't the only person that got hit. And plus, it's a rental car. It was covered. I'm grateful. Here's the problem also. Now, here's the next problem. It's 1:30, 1:45 in the morning.
So now you're dealing with all this in the middle of the night.
There's no immediate enterprise by me. The next day is Sunday. The majority of enterprise rental cars are closed.
Oh.
So where's the only 24-hour rental car I can find? At the airport.
Oh.
So I got to drive.
LAX?
Yes.
Oh.
So luckily, it's late. So the drive to LAX is only 20 minutes.
Okay.
No traffic. Thank God. Because it slowly starts to rain as I'm getting closer to the airport. So I got
because LA's fucked right now, ain't it?
Bro,
y'all weather crazy.
You would
y'all
think
got some of that Texas weather going.
No, we got Seattle weather.
Ugh.
We got Seattle weather. So get to the airport, get the rental car swapped out, boom. And it's crazy because when I bring the car, the girl that was doing my return, she was like, somebody bust your shit out with the brake. She was like, yeah, every time somebody's window's broken out, it's somebody went in there and snatched out people's cars. Luckily, again, I had the fucking I had the police report, the insurance. So they was like, yeah, it's good. So again, that's 2:00 in the morning. Now I gotta drive back home from the fucking airport, which is like 35 minutes. I get home, bro, it's 3:00. I finally drop. I get up at like 8, 9 o'clock. That's when I tell you, hey, bro, look, we're doing this shit tomorrow.
Because that's good. I'm good because I had to put on a full ass act during the Lando project yesterday. To where I would, because it'd be funny because when we'd go live, I just woke up. I'm like, all right, let's go. And as soon as we're off the air, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm going to die again.
Dude,
I was dying. Dude, that's crazy. That's a hell of a weekend there, bro.
I'm like, yeah. So but at the end of the day, I think I'm good. Mm-hmm. I'm blessed. I no matter what, through the good and the bad, through the struggles and the stress and the strife. Like I said, then plus the stuff in the bag, I lost about maybe between $600 to $1,000 worth of shit. Through all that, as for those who know me, I keep my praise high. I still give God thanks and praise in the good and bad. I keep my focus because those are trivial things. Things could be a lot worse. Yes, I've had the accident. Things happen. And I look at it all as this way. This is all a test to test my faith because clearly the devil's trying to stop me. I'm on the verge of something major. Yeah. All these things are happening because it's not anytime I've had a bunch of shit start happening like this, these little bitty things, it's because something big is about to happen. And so I know not to break.
There you go.
I know not to break. I can bend, but not break. And so with that, I'm good, man. So I'm sorry for all that rambling, y'all.
No, man. That's the point of this, man. Get some talking, some bullshitting, catching up. Getting those messages out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. So for those who are new to what we do here, and I appreciate all y'all. We get you caught up on all the things happening in the Marvel and DC live action cinematic universes. This is Barbershop Talk for Nerds. So again, Some of y'all might be in your feelings about some shit. We're gonna start also possibly soon, if I can get a chance to get my schedule together. I'm gonna start video clipping out a lot of shit we do, because we actually video clip this, and we video record it, not just give the audio, and that's how the quality's still dope. But I'm thinking about doing some shit moving forward in this year.
So,
But again,
so in other words, I'm gonna have to start looking prettier when we do cam.
who you telling, bro?
Okay.
Who you telling? I am around this motherfucker trying to. Both of us got our glasses on. Let me tell you something. Everybody you see without glasses wears glasses. I just want y'all to know this in real fucking life. Everybody you see without glasses wears glasses. God damn it. Catch me in the streets, and I ain't about to be out here telling jokes. I'm in these glasses, nigga. I'm not about to go to the gym. I'm in these glasses. I
don't wear them on any of my reviews, any of my videos, any of my shows, nothing.
You might catch me on the one-on-one Patreon videos with them on every now and then. But other than that, I got these glasses on, nigga. So if you see these videos when they drop, you be like, are Jay and BC both blind? Yes.
As a bat.
As a bat, goddammit, got these glasses on. This ain't just no fashion statement, nigga. I can't see. Like,
I don't even have no good ones on. These are like the cheap ass plastic.
Bro, these are from America's Best.
Dude, that is such a shitty company.
Actually, no, my glasses have always been good, because I have to get the bigger frames and shit. So, because
everything I get from them has always sucked. I send everything back. I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm done. I ended up spending $15 more to get these from Lens Crafter.
And I was like, $15
more, yeah. $15 more, yeah. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It's worth it, because I had to send back 3 pairs of America's Best.
Also, let me tell you about the being, drinking and making cheesesteaks when you get home late. So tequila, anyone who knows me knows I'm a tequila drinker, because tequila is an upper. It's the only alcohol that's an upper that keeps you going, right?
I actually did not know that.
Tequila is also a probiotic. Tequila flushes you out. Here's the problem. When you have a person who drinks tequila with a person who has natural anxiety, with a person whose brain doesn't shut off, you're around this motherfucker sitting there staring at the ceiling like, what about the bunny rabbits? Like, just for a reason, okay? So that's the thing. But anyway, let's get into it, man. Let's kick it off with the Marvel news, as I always do. So the Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer dropped during the full trailer. Now, on TV, you got a minute to tell you to go watch it on YouTube and get the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this. I stood up, because I did the review with New Rockstars. I stood up when we watched the thing in the game. I was like, kill this nigga. Because I knew Kang is going to kill Scott Lang, and I am so happy about it.
I still don't think so,
bro.
I'm still.
Tell me why Tell me why. Go ahead.
I'm still in the camp that we're going to kill Wasp and not Ant-Man, because I think Paul Rudd is too good of a marketing tool for Disney.
So here's the deal. I agree that Hope Van Dyne is dying for sure. Janet, Hank, and Hope more than likely are going.
Damn.
But yeah, you're not going to keep Michelle Pfeiffer and Michael Douglas aren't going to keep being around. They're going to close this chapter out. You get what I'm saying? But the reason why, and I've said this consistently, you want to make Kang a major credible threat, right? The biggest way is to kill the protagonist of the movie he's introduced. Not a single villain has done that. Not a single villain has killed the hero in the movie they are introduced.
True. The Big Me, Little Me podcast is just too good of a marketing tool for them.
It is.
And I think they keep him around. I do think we killed Wasp. Also, isn't it funny that this is legit called Ant-Man and the Wasp? Did you see Wasp in the trailer? Because I don't think I saw her.
Oh, they knew not. So here's the deal. They knew not to put her in the trailer.
So why didn't they change the movie name to just
movie-
Quantumania
Nah, it's still gonna be because
or this one could have been Ant-Man and Stature.
No, it could have just been
That would have been cool.
No, it could just been Ant-Man Quantumania.
Yeah.
It could have just been Ant-Man Quantumania. Let's just keep it real. But I think because you've already established it's Ant-Man and the Wasp, now it's the next one. But again, because Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania was a name before we realized that Evangeline Lilly is the batshit person she is. Batshit crazy person she is. But they knew, do not put her in that trailer. They knew. Don't you put her in that trailer. But she's not in the, let me rephrase this. She's not in the TV version we saw.
Okay, so here's the thing too, and you're gonna have to tell me about the YouTube one, because I watched the TV version standing on the other side of the couch for the first half of it, just kind of cockeyed staring at it. And then I walked around and sat down, but there was stuff going on around me. I'm there's people watching the game, so there's loud talking. I didn't see the whole trailer, and I loved it so much that I was like, nah, I'm done. I don't need to see anything else. I want this movie. So I didn't go watch the YouTube version. So I need you to give me your thoughts on this here, man, because I saw this trailer, and originally this movie was not on my most anticipated list. I was like, yo, it's going to be a good movie. I know it's going to be good, so I'm not like going out of my mind waiting on it. When it gets here, I'll be excited. But now seeing that fight, it looks like one-on-one between Kang and Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, you know what? This is jumping up. This is going to be epic as hell. So tell me your thoughts on that on the full trailer and whatnot.
You get to see how brutal Kang is, but also you realize in the trailer, Scott and Kang make a deal for something.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everybody has pretty much come to the general consensus is because Kang tells him, I give you the one thing you always wanted, and that's time. And everybody's come to the general consensus is that Scott barters with Kang for more time to be with Cassie because he's missed her for 5 years. And in the trailer, we found out Cassie's been in jail. So we don't know if Cassie's gone down the same path Scott has or not, but she's doing something. We also know Cassie is a genius because even in the teaser trailer, we remember she's making the device that opens up the thing to the quantum realm, right?
Yeah.
So we don't know what it is that Kang wants. Now, I'm under the assumption, and we were talking about this on the Rockstars, Kang wants the 10 rings. The 10 rings are connected to this.
Yeah. You think?
So, yes, because remember, the 10 rings are sending out a beacon.
That's what my question was someone brought up, they go, yo, you think the beacon is Ant-Man trying to contact somebody?
I think
at the end of this movie. It
possibly is Cassie, whenever she opens that thing, something happens. Something connects all of it together. Shang-Chi is going to be in this, basically. Long story short, because it's all in San Francisco. So,
oh shit, I didn't put that together.
It's all in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So Shang-Chi will be in it. So basically, Kang wants Scott to get the rings. You give me the rings, I will give you more time to be with your daughter.
Yeah.
That's all he wants. So clearly, Scott does, because according to the trailer, Scott does what Kang.
I know there's a line. He said, "We had a deal.
We had a deal. We had a deal." So whatever happens changes everything. And then when they fight, that's why you get that line. I don't have to win. We just both have to lose.
So I heard that line too, and so I'm assuming. I'm honestly assuming that this ain't even our full Kang yet. I think this is another stepping stone Kang.
And that's the thing too. This is Kang, but this isn't the Kang. Because remember, we were even talking about it when they first said Kang. You and I have had this discussion when they first said Kang was going to be the big bad, and he was coming. Kang was coming in, not even the big bad. He was coming in Ant-Man and the Wasp, and everybody was like, what?
Yep.
How? Because you're like, there's no way. It doesn't make sense to bring in Kang the Conqueror and Ant-Man and the Wasp, bro, and then how this nigga die?
Oh, yeah, no.
But now that you understand, thanks to Loki, he who remains tell you, if you think I'm bad, wait till you see my other variants.
And
Kang
plural variants.
Right.
Not
Kang
the one, not wait till you see this other one dude of me. Yeah.
When WandaVision and all that shit that fucks up the timeline, it isn't what it does is it lets the other Kangs know they probably exist. And maybe, again, this is your boy throwing shit out there at the wall. Kang is trapped in the quantum realm because he who remains understands what this is, right? But Kang learns that he's not the only one.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He learns, yes, I've been through time, and he thinks going through time is just him. He doesn't understand. He might be, this is again me just surmising shit. He figures out it's not just me. Ramatut is me, but another me. Nathaniel Richards is me, but another me. Iron Lad is me, but another me. Immortus is another me. And yes, these two niggas die. It's Kang and Scott Lang. Yes, so basically, yes, Kang killed him, but also Scott sacrifices himself finally. But that what it does is when all this shit happens, the rings, everything opens, you thought you done. Nah. Here come another nigga. Because they've already said that he's going to appear in different movies.
Yeah.
So how else does he appear in different movies? Then all of a sudden these other niggas start realizing
every stepping stone is worse and worse and worse.
And it's another Kang. And that's why the Kang dynasty is a thing. Because you're not just fighting one of these niggas.
They're fixing Age of Ultron. It's actually going to be an age. This is actually going to be a dynasty.
A dynasty of these niggas
instead of a week of Ultron.
Right, you're constantly fighting these niggas, and every time you think you've killed one, you haven't killed them all because you're like, oh, we finally beat him. Huh? What the fuck? Oh, we finally beat him. Oh, what the fuck? And it's just on repeat.
Yeah.
So with the trailer, also you find out. Darren Cross is back, bro. Yellow Jacket is MODOK.
That's insane. I love the idea, though.
He is. So, because remember, we saw him get squished in and doing all the shit and get sucked into the quantum realm. And when his arms shrink and shit, and we just think he's gone and compressed, somehow Kang reconfigures this nigga and turns him into MODOK. That is so genius.
Perfect. It's perfect.
It is genius. And again, what this does, this is how you know this story. This is how I know Scott's probably going, because now the cycle is complete. Seeing MODOK, seeing Darren, seeing Yellow Jacket, it brings it full circle, because again, he still has that beef with Hank. He has that beef with Hope.
Yeah. I'm hyped, dude. This is gonna be really freaking good. I'm interested. You actually think Shang-Chi will be in it?
Not a major part,
but you think a post credit? Probably.
No. But in the movie,
in the movie, okay.
Because of the fucking rings.
Okay.
Because of the rings. Because that's the deal.
I'm wondering if this is a Thor and Iron Man 2 situation where they're happening at the exact same time.
I think it is. Because think about it. He's starting to learn. Shang-Chi just learns that they've heard of the Avengers. They know of them. But he doesn't know the Avengers things. He doesn't know them. You know what I'm saying? He's just being, Wong pulls his ass in. Here's Bruce and Carol. Oh, shit. Who are y'all? You know, you're learning about them.
Yeah.
But now Scott is also privy to everything, too. So I think it's just enough. It's not a crossover movie, but it's Shang-Chi in it because, again, the ring, now we understand where the rings come from.
And this is a universe and everything's combined, so there should be connective tissue, but not a crossover, but yes, connective tissue, like you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I'm hyped, dude. The parts I saw on the national championship were absolutely insane, and it looks epic, and I'm hyped. I can't wait for this.
Dude, I am so excited. Again, this movie was never, like you even said, it was not high on people's list, bro. It wasn't. It just wasn't. And yes, Jonathan Majors plays a major factor, no pun intended, to that. But seeing this trailer change, because seeing the teaser, everybody was like, oh, it's all fun loving, blah, blah, blah. And then everybody got mad because they didn't get the Comic-Con one. You're an Avenger. Have I killed you before? Remember that line, nigga?
Have I killed you before?
You want to make a deal with the nigga that asked you, have I killed you before? Hey, bro, listen, no deal.
I do hope that line comes before they make the deal.
If that line comes before he makes the deal, then Kang really needs to kill this nigga. How stupid are you? Yo, have I killed you before? Hey, bro, I just want 5 more years with my daughter. Fuck that bitch! Yo, I'm sorry. And I say this as a father. Like, man, as a father. So we've been getting a lot of, also, we got our first look at Kang sitting in his variation, in the MCU variation of the Time Throne. And that shit looks so dope. Bro, not gonna lie to you, I want one of them bitches for my house. Like, I want that motherfucker in my house.
Bruh.
Hey, bro, you want to come sit on?
Did Jonathan Majors just come out here and go, okay, Rock, I see you in your throne. Let me show you my way.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Everybody, their mama was losing their mind over that Black Adam on the throne pick. And then here come Kang's like, hold my beer.
Right?
So what you think? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you how you make if I gotta slap a pussy ass nigga, I'm gonna make it look sexy. That nigga hit him with the Kendrick Lamar line. Yo, you see this story? Hey, listen. How long, baby? How long you want to go, girl? You know what I'm saying? Come sit on my throne. What you want? You want a quickie? You want hours? You want generations? Generations? Baby, I can control time. I give you all this on this throne. Oh my God, girl. He busted me down for a generation or two. Bitch, what's a generation? Bitch, I don't know, but I just felt good. You know what I'm saying? So, again, but now photos have come out of William Jackson Harper, who's playing Quaz. But people don't know if it's Quaz or Quaz. People are starting to assume that he may be Quasar, actually. Now, here's the thing that I know was going to happen if he is Quasar, okay? Because in the comics, Wendell Vaughn is a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent who gained extraordinary cosmic powers, and telepathy wasn't among them. But he's a beer in the comic book. Also, he's a being of pure quantum energy and can shape his body into any form he imagines. So he could be an inhabitant of the quantum realm, but what I was going to say is, because he's black, I know these bitch-ass motherfuckers are going to complain. Let me say this. Here we go it's time for a Random J Rant. If you are mad...
soundbite for that.
I know, right? It's time for another Random J Rant. If you were going to sit here and try to go through a thing, because now all of a sudden a white dude who is a fictional fucking character, who is really a super being from the quantum realm and all this shit, is now cast as a black dude, I will slap the dog shit out you for sitting going, well, what if we make Black Panther white? Because that is always the motherfucking go-to.
Have you ever heard the Donald Glover joke about when he talks about how everyone gave him shit for being the Black Spider-Man? He's like, well, what if we just make Michael Cera Shaft? And he was like, yes, please. I would totally be down for Michael Cera coming out here playing Shaft.
I would too. I would definitely too.
So now every time that conversation comes up where someone picks someone's like, what are you doing? I think about that and it just cracks me up.
Like, again, certain people, well, what if we do this? First of all, You can think it's so because for me it's more so you want to take the most obscure ass person and put them in a role that I've always said, unless the character's defining traits and characteristics are predicated on their race, then it doesn't fucking matter.
Facts.
Then it doesn't fucking matter. Black Panther has to be black because of the story being a black king who is the ruler of one of the most powerful nations in the world. That is why his story is that.
Shang-Chi can't be Hispanic. Sorry, doesn't fit.
Thank you. He can't. Jaime Reyes can't be Asian as far as Japanese, Korean, Chinese. And I'm talking about Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle because his story is a Mexican kid who comes in contact with the Scarab, and the Scarab doesn't understand his culture and his customs and his family, so the Scarab is always trying to kill his grandmama because, you know what I'm saying, his grandmama and his daddy. He like, you want me to take these niggas out? And he like, hey, yo. So that shit is always a thing that's gotten me when people say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless the character is the race is not a definitive characteristic. It's not a definitive characteristic. That's why with Superman, yes, they made Val Zod. I get it, right? I get it. Calvin Evans is still Kal-El. I get it. But also, everybody's like, well, Superman, he's white, blah, 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 blah. I said this on so many episodes. Do you know how much more interesting Clark Kent's story is if he was a black baby landed in Kansas?
Mm-hmm.
Raised by two white parents and has to understand America in Kansas? Also, Superman was made in the 1930s.
Yeah.
Superman cannot be a black man from the 1930s representing the following: truth, justice, and what's the last one? Say the last one for me.
The American way.
In the 1930s.
Yeah.
In the 1930s.
Yeah, but I'm with you on that. Like again, going back to, I know it's absolute shit movie, but I love the idea of Michael B. Jordan as Johnny Storm. All right, but I hated that Kate Mara was fucking the Invisible Woman.
We don't talk about Fan Four stick around these parts. So
Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin. Fucking standard. Like
okay, listen.
Fucking standard.
Listen. Hey, look, Vincent D'Onofrio as Wilson Fisk now is, yes, that was an elevation in the character. But Michael Clark Duncan, when that nigga got his knees kicked out backwards and that howl, like, you felt pain for this nigga.
Yes.
Okay? You felt pain for him. But the way he portrayed Wilson Fisk was something crazy. The man was already built as a brick shit house, muscular as fuck. Because Michael Clark Duncan was always that. And said, I'm going to just put on the weight I need to look the role, and did it. I said,
dang.
Oh, okay. So just so y'all know, only because I'm clumsy is why I have not gone as Wilson Fisk for Halloween.
Because you're clumsy.
Because I'm clumsy. You were laughing way too motherfucking hard.
Hey, man, I got an idea. Let's go Halloween, man. You be Wilson Fisk. I'll be dead. Nah, man, I'm clumsy. I can't be Wilson. He walks with a cane.
No, that's not even that. It's not even that. I ain't finna wear all white, nigga. I got to keep a Tide stick in my pocket and all. Like,
Wilson Fisk ain't spilling spaghetti all over his suit. What are you doing?
This motherfucker. All I'm drinking is light drinks. What are you eating? Broth. What type of broth? Anything that's just white. Like, because I would do it.
Yeah.
I would dead ass do it. But it's just like, you know, I don't also Halloween drunk people.
Mm-hmm.
Some bitch spilled some of my white suit. Now I got to kill her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not even her. And when I say kill some bitch is some dude. Because it's always going to be some dude.
Oh, yeah.
I already know it. Not even going to be a woman. It's going to be a dude. And so it's just like, I would love to do it. because I would do it with the cane. I would do everything. I'd have the rose and everything and just, be Wilson Fisk for real. And then just motherfuckers just like bump into me. Now I gotta beat your skull in with this cane. Let's move on. Got a couple more stories. So one of the stars of the Eternals. So there's rumors Eternal sequel is happening, but one of the stars has a reason he thinks he knows why the movie was reviewed badly. A lot of people think Eternals is a bad movie. Now this is from Barry Keoghan. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. He played Druig, right? This is why he said this is why he thinks it got a middling reception amongst critics and fans. He said, one second, he said, I think Chloe Zhao brought a whole kind of feel to it. So Chloe brings, as you've seen from her past films, raw performances and really touching performances. I think it was new. I think it was just new, and it was new for the Marvel world, end quote, which is honestly true. So one of the things everybody has always agreed with when it comes to Eternals is that cinematically, it is beautiful. It is beautiful. It is a different type of story. Now, I, as an Eternals fan, have been like, all right, I get it. You know what I'm saying? They did shy away a lot from the story to change it, to adapt to it. But also, they were introducing 12 motherfuckers. And
it's very difficult with that many people, that many main characters in a movie to really flesh them out. I've always said that I thought Eternals was good. I think it would have worked better as a Disney Plus series.
Yes, it would have. And I think also that is only because now we understand how the series works.
Because you can take each episode introduces you to a new character.
Yes.
Goes through whatever you're going through from their point of view.
And then you can have the final episode bring them together.
Or, bring them together and then set up a movie.
Yes.
Now we know the characters. You don't have to waste our time learning exposition and bullshit of the characters in the film. We can, but then again, that is Chloe's style. It's a very personal style of film. So it was good. It was just, I do think we needed that extra time to get to know those characters.
Also, we needed time to get to know them. But another thing I keep telling people, if you think them introducing 12 was a lot, you have no idea what the Eternals really is.
Facts. You
have no clue because 12 is barely scratching the surface introducing these motherfuckers. 12 is barely scratching the surface. So when people get upset and like, oh, we didn't get this, we didn't get that, I'm like, I get where you're coming from, but this like it took a chance. Now, again, I'm not gonna always say Marvel don't have no misses. This missed for people. Nigga, Black Widow missed for people. You know what I'm saying? Phase 4 has been not the best received phase, but I also think that's because there was so much coming off phase 3, phases 1, 2, and 3 with the Infinity Saga that a lot of people wouldn't let Marvel start over and build from scratch.
Yes, exactly. And I feel that's what they were trying to do. They're like, okay, let's level this down and start back.
That's exactly what they were doing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they were doing. They're like, all right, we're going to start
what
this shit
What
off.
was the first phase 4 film?
Black Widow.
Yeah, exactly. And what was Black Widow? There wasn't no take over the world. There wasn't no, the world is ending stake. It was a very small contained film.
People were mad at Taskmaster, and I kind of understand that. But the thing is, Marvel movies are literally TV shows, right? They're extended ass TV shows. The purpose of Black Widow was to introduce 3 people: Yelena Belova, the Red Guardian, and the aforementioned Taskmaster. Taskmaster and Red Guardian going to the Thunderbolts.
Yep.
Yelena Belova, the Thunderbolts. She ended up going into Hawkeye to do those things.
Good in Hawkeye.
She was great in Hawkeye. And so those things happen. And so, but again, I get it, right?
Kate Bishop.
Thor: Love and Thunder. This is what happens when you let Taika Waititi do what Taika Waititi want to do to the fullest.
Yes.
But also, a lot of people got mad, but I'm like, to an extent, can you blame Kevin Feige for letting him do what he does?
No.
After giving you what he gave you in Ragnarok? He stayed in the confines of again, you got to do your MCU movie. You got to do what we need you to do.
And he did.
And you get to have fun. Ryan Coogler is kind of an exception because Coogler was able to do what he wanted to do for the first one. Because again, minus the post-credit scene, Black Panther is a self-contained movie. Except for the very beginning when they tell you that T'Chaka died. That is it. Black Panther is its own fucking movie.
What were the Black Panther post-credit scenes?
Just Bucky getting his arm.
That's right, Bucky. That's right. Okay.
It's just Bucky getting his arm.
Yeah.
So, but then Wakanda Forever.
Then he had something he had to deal with for Wakanda Forever, so he's still not getting his own freedom.
But also Wakanda Forever was told now you have to be an MCU movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's why because Riri's in this. That's why you got Ever Ross and Valentina, because now you have to be more connected to the larger universe.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it, it's shit things, all right. But go ahead.
No, it's not. I don't want to get onto the topic of it going back through it because we've already gone through it. But yeah, and those Valentina scenes did not fit in that fucking movie.
We all know that. We know what the point was.
Mm-hmm.
The point was to say, all right, this bitch is devious. You're like, oh, you know how you say this bitch about Amanda Waller? You're gonna say this bitch about Valentina.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, oh, this chick here, she'll do whatever she needs to do to get the job done that she wants to get done.
Yeah.
You see that. But it was I don't give a shit they was married. Nobody gives a shit they was married. I give a fuck.
That's just trying to flesh out the world more. And it didn't really need to be in that movie.
In that movie, it didn't need it. Yeah. But speaking of Black Panther Wakanda Forever, I think what is about to happen is about to be the best thing ever that has been long overdue. Because I am glad this movie is doing it. Angela Bassett just won, as of yesterday, the Critics' Choice Award for Wakanda Forever. She won the Golden Globe. It is very likely she is about to win this Oscar, which is long fucking overdue. Long overdue.
Yeah. I find it insane that she's never won one. Like, I find that fucking crazy.
I think we all do.
I could have just sworn, I just figured, Angela Bassett's one of those. Oh yeah, she's got an Oscar. Didn't realize she only has one nomination. Are you shitting me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm so excited. Cannot wait for it to see her get this award. Like that's official. Like that's happening. There's no way that's not.
Listen, we all knew that. What was it? Year before last, that Chadwick Boseman should have gotten an award for was it either the Five Bloods or Ma Rainey's Black Bottom? It was one or two.
Five Bloods, definitely.
Yeah, I think it was Five Bloods. For them to we knew, because that's why when Judas and the Black Messiah, that's why Lakeith and Daniel Kaluuya both went under supporting. They had them campaign supporting. So everybody was like, it's going to be Chadwick to honor him. Because here's the problem with that. And here's the thing. Because yes, you can honor him posthumously. I don't know how it's pronounced. I keep hearing it.
Yeah, fuck that word.
You can honor him. But then it went to Anthony. It went to the fuck is that man's name? I'm losing my fucking mind. The man that played Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins, yes, sorry. It went to him for the father. Now, people are like, oh, well, maybe he was a better actor than the father. Don't do that. You know why I say don't do that? Because Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Because people are like, oh, well, Heath Ledger. No. You are not going to tell me that even though he was amazing as the Joker, you are not going to tell me that when he died, at that time,
That's when he won the Oscar.
He was going to win it for the Joker.
Yeah.
He was not. He was not. He gave it to him because he died.
Yeah.
So the precedent has been set. Had been set. Also, everybody talked about this man's body of fucking work in Chadwick.
Mm-hmm. It's insane.
He leaves on 2 movies that both resonated with people. His monologue he gives in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, when he starts talking about who he is and the shit like that, him and the Five Bloods again.
Mm-hmm.
So don't sit there and say, "Oh, well, Anthony." No. You just didn't want to give it to him. You wanted to do that bullshit. So, with that being said, Angela Bassett should get this fucking Oscar.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that she's getting. Not only just because of the fact that it's like, yo, we should have gave one to Chadwick, but she deserves it. It has nothing to. It really doesn't even have anything to do with Chadwick. It has everything to do with the fact that she deserves it because she knocked it out of the park.
She knocked it out the park. The shit with that.
Yes.
The only other controversy that I see happening is Cate Blanchett may fuck around and win over Michelle Yeoh. I have not.
What was Cate Blanchett?
Tar.
Okay, yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
But the way it's constantly talked about.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be an interesting race.
That's the race that's gonna be interesting because, like I've been telling people, look, Everything Everywhere All at Once is arguably the best movie of the year.
Yeah,
it's the best movie of the year.
Yeah,
but the way Tar is that cinematic darling.
Mm-hmm.
It's that cinematic. What's gonna happen is Everything Everywhere All at Once is gonna win Best Picture at the Oscars.
Yep, and then they're gonna give the award to her. That way, they're kind of spreading it out.
That way, because the award for Best Picture goes to the producers.
Yeah,
but they're gonna literally acknowledge her, Michelle Yeoh, because they're gonna give that Best Actress to Cate Blanchett.
I can see that. And I mean, again, I can't argue because I haven't seen either movie. I haven't seen Everything Everywhere at Once.
Man, that shit is.
I'm gonna watch it before the Oscars, but now I can't really say whether or not who deserves what. But what you're putting out there, that makes complete sense.
Yeah, so it's just the way the Academy vote. Like, yes, the Academy voting body has changed over time. I understand that it's evolving, but it has not changed from what it. Look, the Academy will reward cinema darlings that have heart for their best pictures. The odds of a comedy, has a comedy ever won Best Picture?
Oh, I don't know. That is a good question.
Shape of Water, the Shape of Water winning was like a different because it was a genre. It's horror per se. Shape of Water was a change. So, all right. Let's here we go. Let's go into this. So that's all I got for Marvel. There's a lot of.
All right. The only comedies that have won was It Happened One Night in 1934. You Can't Take It With You in 1938, and Going My Way, which was a musical comedy in 1944.
Over 80 years. A comedy. I'm just using comedy as a general category.
Yeah.
80 years. You cannot tell me that in the past 10, 12 years, there have not been comedies that have been like, yo, this motherfucking movie is hilarious that people have talked about all year. There have been those movies. But your boy just putting shit out there for y'all. All right. That's all the Marvel news. Got to go to DC. I got one bit of news that I want to talk about because I'm pissed. All right, listen. So Ezra fucking Miller.
I'm so tired of talking about Ezra.
This motherfucker was on trial in Vermont after allegedly stealing liquor from the house of one of their neighbors in Vermont. Okay? This motherfucker's pled guilty pled for a reduced sentence of trespassing, and all they need to do is pay a $500 fine and serve 1 year of administrative probation. Okay? This is what the judge said to this motherfucker. Quote, you'll be on administrative probation for 1 year for the unlawful trespass that you'll be pleading guilty to. If you complete probation successfully and the probation is closed and discharged, one count will remain dismissed, which one of the charges was dismissed. However, if there's a violation of probation that was filed that a court found probable cause for, the state could refile the count 1 burglary. Okay? As a part of the plea deal, Miller has agreed to 41 conditions, which include no drinking, random drug test, and a commitment to continue seeking medical health treatment. Okay? I'm going to finish doing this before I say my thoughts. This is what Miller's attorney said. Ezra Miller pled guilty this morning to a misdemeanor unlawful trespass in Vermont Superior Court and accept the conditions imposed by the court. Ezra would like to thank the court and the community for their trust and patience throughout this process, and would once again like to acknowledge the love and support they have received from their family and friends who continue to be a vital presence in their ongoing mental health. Okay? That is just the Vermont trespass. So now what's about to happen is Ezra Miller's shit-stained fans are going to be like, see, they found out they good. We are not going to overlook this motherfucker having a sex cult. We are not going to overlook this motherfucker tormenting the residents of Hawaii. This motherfucker got pled for probation and sympathy. You are not going to tell me this motherfucker's reformed. Because if this was, like I stated before, if this is a black actor, a brown actor, you motherfuckers would have tried to hang them out to dry. Motherfuckers tried to take Will Smith's career away because he's been a good nigga. He's been a good little boy for 30-some years. He slaps a nigga on TV. Y'all like, oh my God, look out this violent thug. Ezra Miller been out here reckless. And because now all of a sudden this motherfucker is in mental health treatment. This motherfucker pled guilty to thing in Vermont. But we forget about Hawaii. This motherfucker was on the run. All this shit. You can't convince me. Nah. Again, I said it last week. I've said it the week before, and I'll say it again. I've heard The Flash is a good movie. That's fine. Okay. But it doesn't change the fact the star of the movie is a piece of shit. I'm done saying my piece.
Here's the only thing I had. The only thing I really have to say on this is forgetting that it's Ezra. Just looking at what's up. This is just the first case of many of the things that have been brought against him. Them against Ezra, and the maximum fine for what he pleaded guilty to, that they pleaded guilty to, no matter who you are, what you are, is $500 and like a year or something.
Probation.
Like yeah. So Ezra is getting the maximum fine for what they pleaded guilty to on this case.
This is a reduced charge, by the way.
Yeah, because there was 3 charges.
And it was felony.
Went into court, and just like with any other courts, they go, yeah. We'll drop these. You plead guilty to this one. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. These were the breaking and entering, stealing alcohol cases. All right. These were the bullshit cases. I don't care about these cases. I care about what's going to happen when he goes to court for choking women, throwing chairs, and having a sex cult. They should get some punishment for those. So we shall see when the rest of the cases come to light.
But the fact there are motherfuckers legitimately trying to defend this shit is the most frustrating.
If you're trying to defend Ezra Miller, you can go all the way to hell. Fuck off. Sorry, I don't care. I'm like, all right, our conversation is done because you're crazy. If you're trying to defend Ezra Miller, You're crazy. And I'm all about second chances. Everyone deserves another chance. All right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean there aren't consequences for your fucking actions. All right? There are consequences. Sorry, Ezra. You're out of the job you wanted. That job is gone. You get to go do something else now.
I guess.
You can go work at Walmart or Home Depot. You can go do anything else you want to do. But sorry, being an actor, that's gone.
And again, my whole thing is predicated on being a fucking menace. It's not like this is a one-time thing. This is not a simple fucking mistake. If that was the case,
but again, this is just court case 1. This is just the beginning.
That's true. That is very, 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 very true. Very, 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 very true. Also, I'm looking at some. I forgot to tell you. So the most recent episode of Young Rock aired, right? And they had, the people in the locker room who played Triple H, Austin, The Undertaker, and Vince McMahon. And there was another dude, a black dude on crutches named Nitro. So I auditioned for that role, right?
Yeah.
So Nitro is not a dude that was in the Attitude Era, right? Everybody's like, who the fuck is Nitro? Because they didn't want to use the real person, Nitro is Shawn Michaels. It is Shawn Michaels trying to throw Rocky under the bus and be like, when he got hurt and was telling Vince, I don't think Rock ready for this.
Michaels did that?
Michaels was throwing him under the bus.
Because he was trying to politic. Yeah.
Michaels threw him under the bus. Remember, Michaels got injured and was gone for a minute.
Yeah, I'm at that part in the Attitude Era right now. Because I never realized, because I watched WCW growing up. I never realized that DX started. I knew it started as Triple H and Shawn Michaels. I didn't know Shawn Michaels was gone when X-Pac and New Age Outlaws joined.
He was gone.
I didn't realize that. I thought he was there for them joining and then left.
Yeah.
Didn't realize this. So it's very interesting for me to watch right now.
Yeah.
Also, I was going to bring it up before the show. Dog, this shit with McMahon, this Games of Thrones Succession shit with McMahon, it's insane.
When
I swear to God, this has to be a work. The whole thing has to be a work. This is how they reinvent wrestling. They make the behind the scenes be the work.
When I tell you, this motherfucker coming back is the ultimate power play. It is some Game of Thrones shit. I was talking to some people last night and a couple nights ago who work for the WWE. They were like, we'll see. That's all I kept saying is, we'll see. Because the rumor is this motherfucker's going to go back on TV. Why? Because if you want to curry favor, you know who you need to curry favor with? The people. I give this back to you, the people. I'm really but a servant. I'm Vince McMahon, a.k.a. Bane, a.k.a. Tom Hardy in The Dark Knight Rises. Come to you, the citizens of the WWE Universe, to tell you they love me. And if you do not love me, I will sell this bitch. And I will not let Triple H, who has put his seed in my daughter multiple times, he will not have my company. You have no chance in hell. I don't know why I decided to go into a Bane voice.
Go, he's Bane now.
Just Vince McMahon comes out, I give the WWE to you, the people.
You gave it to us. You gave it to Vince. You gave it to Triple H. He's the people. Give it back.
What he's planning on doing, and they said the rumor is he's planning on taking the company back private because also it going public was again, Vince McMahon is a genius.
Yeah.
We talk about what he's done with the company. Vince McMahon taking the WWE public was a giant PR move.
Yeah.
Because all it did was show anybody, if I want to sell it, how viable the company is.
Yeah. So can he take it private himself?
Why do you think he has the majority of the board his way now?
But that's my question. Because my thought was he's trying to sell it to Saudi Arabia, so they'll take that will take it private, and then he only has to answer to the prince.
Well, no, they're gonna whoever buys it, regardless. But he's gonna take it back private because this way, again, you make it public. People want it. See, anytime a company goes public, it shows its value and its worth in the main light, right? The WWE's value is immense. And so then you take it back private. You do whatever you got to do to make it back private. Sell off the stocks, et cetera, et cetera. Give people their money, I guess, however that works. I don't know how the securities and exchanges work on that foot in full, but now you make your money, and whoever's going to own it. Saudi Arabia is not going to own this company.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think I've started to hear, and I tweeted about it. I was like, oh, so it's going to go to the Saudis, huh? But I think this is something I was reading. I was like, that sounds about right.
They lose the TV rights if they do that.
Not even just that. I think they leaked it that they would possibly sell to the Saudis to see what the reaction would be.
Yeah, I do too. I completely agree. So I think that's off the table now.
I think it's officially off the table because they didn't think it was going to be that much goddamn pushback, especially hearing talent say, "I'll walk the fuck up out of here." Active, big name talent, not small talent. Big name talent going, I'll walk the fuck up out of here. Yo, I'm fine doing this 1-2 shows a year. I'll walk the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
It's either Comcast or Disney getting this bitch.
I honestly, you know what I would love? I would love Amazon.
Real quick, explain.
I don't think they would, but it would be cool to see Amazon buy it and put it on, move the network to Amazon Prime. Because they now got the NFL. If they add WWE in there, that's more sports for them.
I got you.
And it kind of looks better. And plus, they have the money to be like, yeah, go ahead, do what you want, Vince. That's kind of like Ted Turner WCW. It's just like, here you go. Just make it good. Go do what you want. Whatever. We don't care.
I got you. But listen, let's get back on track.
Disney, I think we get stuck in the PG-13 era. It never grows past that, I don't think. I think Triple H wants to grow it. But again, with Vince, who knows?
All right. I got one email real quick I want to read from the Mad Titan email, madtitanpodcast@gmail.com, madtitanpodcast@gmail.com. We're going to cut it short. We're going to get up out of here. To all the members of the Supervillain Squad on Patreon, I love y'all. I will give you a shout out later. I apologize. Things are cutting tight for both of us on time. It's from Alex Lean. The subject is Lobo. Says, what's up, JMBC? Got a question for y'all. With all the talks of James Gunn wanting to bring Lobo into the mix, what would be the best way to introduce him? TV series or solo movie? I don't have much knowledge of the character, but I do know of him. In my opinion, I feel as if a TV series would do the character justice more so than a movie. What do you guys think? Can't wait to hear your guys' thoughts on the matter. Best regards, Alex Glean. Alex, thank you for the email. I'll say this. He has to come into somebody else's shit first.
You know what I was telling somebody the other day? I was like, they're like, well, what do you think James Gunn's going to announce? I'm like, look, don't get too super hyped about what James Gunn's going to announce. We are definitely he's going to announce Superman, probably written and directed by him. The next one up will be a Batman. I'm hoping directed by Ben Affleck.
No, I think it's just going to be that one. I just think the Batman shit is the shit that Reeves is doing. That's it.
You don't think they're going to do a Batman in the?
I don't think it's a $10 million. I don't think they're going to rush to doing it.
I do. I think they're like, no. Groundwork, Superman, Batman. Those are the cornerstones right there. And then the third one will either be Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, or possibly Lobo. Because if you think about James Gunn, then he goes, look, I'm giving you our main guys. All right, boom. Here we go. We are holding the line. That is our foundation. But I'm also giving you what I want to give you, and that's the other stuff too. So you also get that obscure movie or obscure project coming out that he focuses on, which is Lobo. I think that is a very big possibility.
I mean, I agree. Obscure characters are going to definitely happen. I don't think Lobo's just the only one, though.
No. But I think when they give us an announcement, they're not going to give us the whole.
Oh no, not at all.
No. I think like, all right, here's just the taste. These two that were probably duh, because we get our Coruscants, but also a James Gunn, which is going to be Lobo. All right, that's weird and out there and different. That fits James Gunn along with your safe pillars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. But listen, I mean, like I said, my thoughts is just, I get you. I agree everything you just said. But like I said, my thoughts is just put that man in it. You got to introduce himself because he's too obscure.
True.
He's too obscure. He has to come in somebody else's project to open the door for people to get used to him.
True.
And I think that's how you do it. But listen, MadTitanPodcast@gmail.com, MadTitanPodcast@gmail.com. You send us an email over to that. All right. I know we got to get out of here because you got shit to do. Tell the people how they can find you, everything you got going on.
Oh, Jay, you can find me on all the social medias at TheGrindCalls on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff.
Yo, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, Mr. J Washington, MRJ. Shit. Hey, bro, my brain still is off, okay?
I feel you, my dude.
Yeah, so all of that. The Black Boy Content Club podcast. Check that out everywhere. We got a new episode.
Y'all got a dope-ass setup. I got to let you know that, Jay.
Shouts out. Appreciate that.
Everything about that show, it's just dope, man. I like it. I like the logo. I like y'all setup, your studio. The chemistry's all there. Y'all got something. I like it.
Appreciate it, man. We always like jokes because the first episode was like, "Why you in the Joe Budden seat?" I was like, "Hey, give it up for Rory and Mal. These niggas finna get fired." But yes, check that out.
If you ever need an Owen Hart in the nation, I'm here. I'm getting close to that point where Owen joins the nation.
Fuck you. Oh, fuck you.
That was fucked up, man. All right, cool. I was just saying.
We'll holler at y'all next week, man. We out of here. Bye.